All right, I'm back.
I think this weapon just sounds really cool. Feels really cool when you fire it. Battle rifle from Halo, which, I think that's pretty cool. And I really love the sound of this one. 100 meters, it controversy around the tenderizer. Okay, so getting back to the tenderizer itself, it does have three different scope zoom variations. You
Super
can set the
Earth,
scope to 25 meters,
our
50
home.
meters, or 100 meters. It does come with
Prosperity,
a flashlight if you want to turn the flashlight on
liberty.
and off, and it has
Hi
three
there.
firing modes. The default is full auto, but you can
Democracy,
also switch it to semi-auto
our
or
way
burst
of
fire.
life.
And I gotta
Oh,
say, with the
hello.
look and the feel of this weapon combined with the burst fire, it makes this weapon feel
But
very
freedom
similar to
doesn't
the
come
battle
from
rifle from Halo, which, I think that's pretty cool. And I really love the sound of this weapon. I think this weapon just sounds really cool, feels really cool when you fire it.
Look familiar? Scenes like these are happening all over the galaxy
Now, when
right
it comes to
now.
actually fighting
You-
things with this weapon, like I said, it only has light armor penetrating, so it is going to struggle with a lot of things. It can kill any enemies like the warriors and below with ease. I mean, it can kill all of the small bugs fairly easily, and the weapon does feel pretty smooth when it comes to the weak enemies. But any of the medium tier enemies or the stronger enemies, like the Hive Guards or the Brood Commanders, I mean, good luck. It's basically going to take it into when it comes to the weak enemies. But any of the medium tier enemies or the stronger enemies, like the Hive Guards or the Brood Commanders, I mean, good luck. It's basically going to take an entire magazine to take out a Brood Commander. Sometimes even more than that. There was multiple times where I had to dump an entire magazine into a Brood Commander, reload, and then put in a couple more shots to take one of them down. Same kind of goes with the Hive Guards, more than that. There was multiple times where I had to dump an entire magazine into a Brood Commander, reload, and then put in a couple more shots to take one of them down. Same kind of goes with the Hive Guards. It really struggles with the Hive Guards because when you shoot at them, they put their arms up in front of them and protect themselves with their armor. It is really hard to take out the Hive Guards because if you shoot between the cracks or if you try to get behind them and shoot them, it just doesn't do enough damage to take them out quickly. So those little Hive Guards were a big pain in the butt. And don't get me started on the Bile Spewers. If you come across Bile Spewers and you're using the Tenderizer, you're better off just to run away because it does like no damage against the Bile Spewers. I don't know if this weapon is currently glitched or something, but when I was facing the Bile Spewers, I was pumping so much ammo into these spewers and they were just trucking it. They did not care at all. I tried shooting them in the face, I tried shooting them in the sacks. Like, they just don't care that I'm shooting them. And I feel like this is one of the reasons that a lot of people are hating on this weapon is because it just sucks at killing anything that isn't a small enemy type. So if you're going to use the Tenderizer, you have to bring something with armor penetration. So you have to pair it with like a heavy machine gun or a stalwart or maybe the laser cannon or an auto cannon. Same thing goes for the automatons. When I was facing up against the automatons, it takes out these smaller little robot guys with ease. Like, they're no problem at all. The weapon feels great against those guys. But when you face any of the Devastators, all my shots were pinging off. Even when I was landing direct headshots to their face, they just didn't seem to care whatsoever. It was taking way more shots than it should have to kill something as basic as a Devastator. And then the Hulks, I mean, good luck with the Hulks. You shoot them in the eyeball, they just don't care. You basically have to stun them and get behind them and shoot them directly in the back to take them out. Same thing goes for tanks and stuff. Like, you're not going to be able to kill a tank or a charger or a Bile Titan. Your shots are just going to ping off. So overall, this weapon just feels like a worse version of the default assault rifle. So any new Helldiver that just starts off at level 1 is going to spawn in with a better weapon than what is available in this war bond. In my opinion, I think it definitely needs a buff. If they gave it some medium armor penetration, I think it would put this weapon in a lot better spot. But as of right now, as it stands, there are just so many other better primaries that I just can't recommend this one. I would honestly recommend the default assault rifle over the AR-61 Tenderizer. So the next weapon on the list is the SMG-72 Pummeler. Now this weapon is found on the second page of the war bond, and in my opinion, this is the best weapon in this entire war bond. So let's go over the stats. For damage, it has a base of 65 damage, which is 5 less damage than the Defender SMG. It has a capacity of 45 rounds, and you can hold 7 magazines in total, which gives you a total of 315 shots before you're completely out of ammo.
Whoa.
It has a recoil of only 10, so there's basically like no recoil to this weapon at all, which definitely feels pretty nice. and it has a fire rate of 475, which is also less than the Defender SMG. It has light armor penetrating, and it's one-handed. And with the release of the 72 Pummeler, now begs the question as to why does the AR-23 Sea Liberator concussive even exist? Because the SMG 72 Pummeler stats are better in every way, and I feel like it does a better job at staggering or stunning the targets. The concussive liberator makes just knock enemies off balance, and the pummeler tends to stun the enemies in place and kind of holds them still. And it feels like the pummeler just does a overall better job at stun locking the enemies. So this weapon now makes that weapon pretty much obsolete. It tends to shock/stun the enemies in place and kind of holds them still. And it feels like the pummeler just does a overall better job at stun locking the enemies. So this weapon now makes that weapon tends to shock/stun the enemies in place and kind of holds them still. And it feels like the pummeler just does a overall better job at stun locking the enemies. So this weapon now makes that weapon pretty much obsolete. Now as for firing modes, by default it's set to full auto, you can switch to semi-auto, and you can switch it to burst fire. It does come with a flashlight, and then for the scope, you can't change anything about the scope. Now this is a one-handed weapon, so this can be used with ballistic shields, and it can be used while carrying certain objectives. So if you have to pick something up and carry it across the map, this is a good option to have. I was testing this out while using the ballistic shield, and I was having an absolute blast. Using this against the automatons, I was having a ton of fun. And I don't know, something just feels really good about the way this weapon handles. Testing this out just a little bit against depth, that would kind of hold them in play. Then when it comes to facing the Terminids, it was doing a really good job against the Terminids as well. It was stun locking every single enemy that I was shooting. So if there's a large group of 20 Terminids all rushing at your Stalkers, Stalkers are super annoying, and this will stop them dead in tracks. You shoot Stalkers, you hold them still, and then you can just mow them down.
Really?
So this is a great anti-stalker weapon. And I found that it can even stun lock chargers. If you get behind a charger and shoot it in the butt, the little electric pulse stun that it does,
see,
can just completely hold it.
Oh, so you telling me this now? Alright, so I know what the fuck I'm looking for. I know what the fuck I'm looking for then. Yeah, that's gonna be the next weapon I go for.
The Galaxy Open.
Yo. And that's the next weapon I'm going for. The pummeler? Oh yeah. Say less. Hopefully I get to use it before they nerf it.
Allied destroyer coordinates received. Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed. Engaging orbital thrusters.
Yo. Yeah.
Sorry, it took me a minute.
Yeah, you good.
Orbit synchronized.
Watching this bit, Sword Art Online Progressive. It's about all the out of the story.
Okay. That's crazy.
A charger still. Now you yourself aren't going to do too much damage just using this SMG to a charger, but if you're holding it in place, this can either buy you a little bit of time.
Oh, see, yeah. I definitely.
All the galaxy looks to you for salvation. Let nothing stand in the way of liberty.
Calling down support weapon. Marking location. Affirmative. Support weapon inbound. Objective located. East. We've got equipment. We've got equipment. I'm out.
Democracy has been well delivered. May your extraction be swift.
I'm out.
I guess.
Tunnel breach. Bag's empty. How'd you like the taste of freedom? For prosperity! Supplies, west.
Extraction is a warning. You are leaving the mission area.
Tagging location, east. Tagging map, south, on my position. There's something here. Marking location.
I'm on it. Allied destroyer joining squadron. Deploying Helldiver to combat zone.
Get some! Get some! Tagging location, east. Found something!
Bug tunnel breach!
Got a
Allied
sample!
destroyer joining squadron. Deploying Helldiver to combat zone.
Mag's empty!
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Found something! Sample collected.
Extraction is available.
Dropping a pin, northwest, 200 meters. Throwing supply beacon.
Sending down equipment package. Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
Bag's empty!
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
ETA T-minus 1 minute. ETA T-minus 30 seconds. ETA T-minus 20 seconds. ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
Pelican 1 approaching pickup. Pelican 1 landing in progress. Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in 20 seconds. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
You have maintained our way of life.
Helldiver, glad to have you on board. Stay vigilant, Helldiver. Complacency plays right into it. I need some motivation. I like to read the Helldiver ethos.
memories of soldiers have their names inscribed upon the wall of martyrs. Martyrs' Day celebration packages. There is no one way to
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed. Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized.
What about here?
Hellpod launch suspended. Hellpod launch initiated.
The fate of all humanity's children are in your hands. Do not let them fall.
Calling down support weapons. Reinforcing. Reporting to the front.
Freedom spreads yet further. Extract when ready.
Marking location. South. Enemy patrol. South. Reloading! That's called democracy!
extraction when ready. Sending down equipment package.
Dropping a pin. Northwest. Close. Calling an extraction!
Extraction shuttle inbound.
Tagging map. North. Close.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
Tunnel breach!
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Found something. Marking location. Tagging map. Northwest. Close. Tagging location. Never mind. Tagging map. West. Close.
Helldivers not at extraction site.
Tagging location.
Pelican 1
South.
landing aborted. Regaining altitude.
Marking location. Southwest. Tagging map. West. Close. Dropping a pin. West. Close. Tagging map. West. Close. Affirmative. Thank you.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Tagging location. Southwest. Found something. Yeah. Sample collected. Support weapon.
Mag's empty! New mag! Fire in the hole!
Extraction is available.
Support weapon, south. New mag! Get some! Get some! Mag's empty! Butt tunnel
Mission
breach!
at 30 minutes remaining. Extraction is available.
Reloading! Calling in reinforcements! Democracy has landed. Tagging map, east, 100 meters. Calling down a walker. Calling in extraction. Pelican 1 returning to extraction point. Please ensure you're inside the extraction radius.
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Marking location, southwest. Bug tunnel breach! Takedown initiated. Stand by for takeoff. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Victory was never in doubt.
Grab some nice food.
Good work collecting so many samples.